Okay. we do show the power of slugs v frogs. So we now know Gitrug monster ain't nothing. Toxrol the corrosive is the new hotness. Hey everybody, I hope you are ready for the first episode of Radiant Laboratory featuring our new cards from Crimson Vow. I'm really excited for this episode as we are going to be playing Slugadactle, little Barobu cards up in here with Toxrol the Corrosive. I am so excited for this deck. This card's really fun. I'm hoping to play it in Commander at some point, who I think it'll be a little bit more powerful in Commander, just due to how like the number of turns work. But I'm super excited for this deck list, and I really hope you guys will get a lot of this deck. And if you want to, stay tuned to the end. We're going to talk a little bit about our 50 subscriber giveaway, and you guys are going to give a chance to vote on potential next deck we're going to do. So thanks for watching, and let's get into it, guys. What's up, everybody? So if you haven't been able to tell via the name, we are piloting the Slugadactle deck today, which is going to be Toxrol the Corrosive. For those who don't know, it is a Bob Burgers reference to an episode where they reference like Pokemon cards, and it just felt very thematically appropriate since he is our first and only Slug creature, I believe, to be in Legendary slot. So I'm very excited. This is what we call Big Dimir. Its whole thing is going to be casting kind of like the big spicy cards you can play in Dimir that are very flavorful and fun. And we're playing a very standard control list leading up to that point. So, of course, we want to hit that turn, that mana 7, where we get Toxrol. We have other big game stuff, such as Scarab God being something you pump a lot of mana into to get a lot of creatures. Very fun. Ashshot getting ult is always a good time. We have Splashy will help us get to that mana by countering like a 4 or 5 drop and then getting to put out Toxrol very early. We also have Shark Typhoon. It's one of the best win cons in the game since we can then basically turn any of our non-creatures into creatures. We have Trench Gearhook to cast any of our cool instant sorts we have again. Command the Dreadhorde and Rise of the Dark Realms to bring back creatures, to kind of bring back these big creatures or our opponent's big threats. Liliana Dreadhorde General is just an incredibly efficient creature, and we always want to try to get to that ult if we can. Xanathar Guild Kingpin does something really cool in the color pair that we don't normally get to do, which is just cast all of our opponent's stuff. Hullbreaker Horror is one of my favorite new cards after pulling this several times in a draft. Like, we ended up getting a sealed pool with 2 of these that was just absolutely disgusting. And I'm kind of hoping that with the Flash, we can kind of get that in and start bouncing our opponent's stuff and protect both Hullbreaker Horror and Toxrol. And then, of course, we're running Shieldred because what are we running all these big creatures for if we can't get them back with Shieldred? So that's kind of the basis for the deck. We are playing some very standard other cards outside of that, with our removal suite being trying to be flexible between some of the enchantments we have here with Feed the Swarm, hitting creatures and artifacts, and trying to make most of our early cards do double duty. Since we're in a control list, there are 3 cards that I think are very important to point out. The first being Tome of the Infinite. This card just gets amazing the longer and longer you have, and since our early turns are a lot of draw go, giving us opportunities to do stuff with our mana to generate a lot of value and get these spells is really good. And like, even, every card that we can get from the Infinite will have a use in this deck. The other one I want to recommend is going to be Teferi, Master of Time. This card is like the master of draw go. You can really just start getting so much value and accruing to make sure we hit our land drops, while protecting our board and potentially us from dying. Obviously, I could be running a few more board wipes. We're only running like so many. For early ones, though, we do want to make sure to have the Ritual of Soot. We, of course, have our... Did I end up cutting the other... Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry, Crux Fate. I always forget the gold border. And then River's Rebuke as well. So it's kind of important to know that we've got a fair number, as well as Meathook Massacre. We want to be able to control the board as best early as possible. And to that end, we want to have enough card draw and control opportunities to do that. It's important to kind of note what you're going to be watching and, fighting for on this based on what they have. So it's very important you get your first mulligan right. You want to probably have 3 to 4 lands, and then go from there. We are running roughly 41 lands. We're running 39, I believe. Yeah, 39 plus 3 MDFCs. Seagate Restoration, Aghanim's Awakening, and Hagra Mauling, and Salon Division. So we want to make sure we're hitting our land drops very effectively in this deck. And that actually is very helped by Jacob Hawk and Inspector. This card's really cool, actually, in the deck. He's mostly just going to be a looter, but a looter that can potentially give us some really cool late game value is really great. Just be careful what you put under him. I generally try to make it some of my artifacts or things that are not like key to my game plan, since that way I can always use Command the Dreadhorde or Rise of Dark Realms to bring back my creatures. If you know your opponent's running very low interaction, or you're going to be flipping him that turn against a deck that may not have a lot of enchantment removal, such as like maybe black or blue, it could be worth potentially putting some creatures in there if you're going to try to cast them right away. But yeah, guys, that's the deck. We are going to do our best to kind of figure this out. And we're going to play through our 5 games for our litmus test. And at the end of that, I'm going to run through a couple of our options for our next video. And we're going to try to pump out some videos over the next week or so, now that I've got my limited pool completely done. Excuse me. Now we've got our one-of card for the set. We'll kind of try to pump through at least 2 or 3 in the next week. In my opinion, I've got 2 decks already built, but we're going to go ahead and put a vote on this one. And if you stay tuned to the end, we're going to talk about what we want to do for our 50 subscriber giveaway. Thanks for watching, guys. And as always, hope you enjoy the games. Game number 1 of our Barobu deck versus Late Berries. Playing Kumbal, console allocation. 4 mana. Maze Mind Tone, Sign of Blood, Crux Fate. I'm on board. Probably do... I think I'm going to Vision first. Probably thinking we're going to do this route. Yeah. We have a Crux Fate we can do before we have to play the Tox roll, which could actually really help the board from being too gummed up. Unfortunately, Combo's pretty good against control decks like ours, since we will be like potentially taking like a massive life point swing every time we want to do anything. But we'll see what he plays out here. Got it a couple now. Ooh, that's nice. This is a cool, like, little fun combo. We'll probably hold it to draw cards, I think, is probably like the play. Well, why not both? Okay, so pretty excited. I could see us even Sign and Blooding and then holding up the Swan Song. Ooh, we're gonna take a massive life swing here, but that's fine. I have to grab double black for sure. I don't know. So I'll be honest, I'm thinking about it now. Tumble Legends might not be the play in this deck. I'm like, I know. Okay, we're gonna take a pretty big life point swing here. But we do just need to make sure we're hitting our mana every turn. Every turn. That might have been counterable, but I just don't think it really is. If he's going for this like black-white life gain deck. Okay, so we just discard 2 cards. So let's... So I want to play. We can get rid of 1 land. And I think the Feed the Swarm is okay to get rid of here. I thought about Lolth, thinking we're going to get it back at Command the Dreadhorde, but I think I want to play Lolth this turn. To potentially get out blockers. Yeah. And like taking 2 damage plus giving him another 2/2 versus discarding an additional card in hand. I don't know. It just feels like the right play. Yep. Taking that big damage. Dimir is not something I'm super comfortable with, so I'm kind of excited to see how this goes. Okay. This is pretty reasonable. We got our Kumbal out at least. We have a blocker. Interesting. Well, we have to block this. Like 100%. He's got a buff. Ah. Okay. Well, that seems pretty reasonable. Let's scry. Perfect. So we have a couple options here. For sure, Fetid Pools. We'll hit 6 mana. Do we want to Crux of Fate here since he just has such little mana? Or do we want to just draw? We're going to draw. and hold the counter up. And that's because our opponent has only 2 things going for him. We'll take 2 damage anyways from the Kumbal for casting the Crux of Fate. And the Alisod will actually just die fairly quickly. And now we could do it potentially this turn and feel really good. Okay, that's pretty good. So we will Crux picking. Let's see here. Yeah. We can hold the Swan Song or draw. We don't have to win off of just the Angel of Destiny there. And then he may have removal, but that's okay. We'd like to draw into 1 more land so we can have Toxrill and then a Swan Song up. Swan Song becomes much less of a downside if you're going to kill it by the time it's back to your turn. Thankfully, our opponent's not drawing too much in the way of mana. Get a little bit of life back. Nice, I'm getting the mana. Hold up. Get our Slugadactle! Robo! Alright, put out 1 there. Sorry. I'm so sorry for that. I really, every time I see this card, I'm just like getting it in my head. Really excited for the skins to come out for it. That's really unfortunate, but it is what it is. We'll be able to minus here. But we'll see. We have a couple options we can do now. We'll draw for sure. He's down to 1 mana with only 1 card. Okay. Okay. And he's got 2 cards to do it with. We'll let it die this time for sure. Oh, no, to get exiled. I lied. We're going to put it back in our yard. We told you it was going to happen like so much. Oh, man. We'd love for him to play another card. Or drop down to just 3. You need to be a little careful with this Onyx at this point. Okay. So, could rebuke him, but it gives him removal back. So let's take a lot of damage, unfortunately. Yep. Let's get rid of that. I take so much damage here. See if he wants to put it in his yard. What he's gonna get back there. Put the mauling down. Okay. We'll be able to discard, but we're gonna try to potentially command the Dreadhorde back. The Angel of Destiny, I'm thinking. Ooh. Fortunately, having double remove for a Toxrill is really tough for us. We do have a lot of mana, at least. And we don't even want to get back our side either. Ooh, no. Gotta see if we can draw here. Okay. Probably gets rid of the Teferi. Yeah. Get rid of the Cling the Dust. It's a tough one. Okay. So now we can clear water on blue. An Ashiok. Get rid of the Oryx here. Okay. Nice. We managed to get Ashiok out, which is really good here. He will get something back, but we'll be able to get rid of it. Angel of Destiny. We need to make sure that doesn't get the Kaya plus, basically. And we gain a little life off that, which is exactly what we want.
You'll be fine. Trust me.
Okay. Getting stuff out of the graveyard there is nice. Okay. So we Toxrill here. It just gets Kaya'd probably. We're gonna Sludge Monster. And then what do I do now? I think we just hold Interaction at this point. Yeah. Because at very least now he has no ability, which is nice. Because I don't think it gets the token anymore. Like, it won't go back to the hand, I don't think. We're going to figure that out in a minute. When I attack, I think. So probably with the counter in the Orator as well. So, we're going to uptick. If we hit even, it'll hit these. Slash might have been a mistake. We have to rebuke here, I think. I don't know. Rebuke and then hit the Field of Hope, I think. Yeah. Actually, no. So he does here. Kai's gonna take at least 2. Which means this doesn't go back. Has he ability still? Oh, that sucks. He'll gain life. Wait. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. Wait. This is a 2/2. Oh, because it's 2/2. It comes 2/2 Sludge Monster. It comes 2/2 Sludge Monster. Okay. Yeah. Whoops. That's a weird one. That's for sure. We just gotta wait for our opportunity to rebuke our opponent, I think. Ooh. Darn. That's not bad. That works out pretty well for us, weirdly enough. Gets to knock the Kaya down. Tox was only 13 mana. That's nothing. God, this guy has so much life. Okay. Let's try hit a land drop here. Time warp's nice. Hit sludge monster. Leaves us 2 open for the counter. Yeah, we'll do that. This game is going so long. Yeah, we'll spawn like that. That ain't happening. That is a surefire way for us to die. Okay.
Ghosting feels weird, I know.
So we will start here. I think. No. We're doing this route. Get this thing off of flying. Drop Kaido 1 is good.
You don't need this distraction.
Okay. We can uptick. We'll go down to 2. We will take an extra turn. I want to rebuke, but that doesn't feel like the call, which means I should have probably attacked there. Gotta start getting in there, I think. Sure. Get that Kaya Gonzo. This is a really intense game 1. I don't know how I'm going to come back into it, but we at least have Cling to Dust for a little bit of life gain. We're going to do the Exquisite Blood. Or we'll just go to the Kaya, actually. Okay. So we can not do that. We will uptick. Okay, so we could Tox roll. Yeah, we're just gonna Tox roll. We're here to play Barobu, dang it. Okay. No board wipe. He's got 1 card in hand. He just drew that swamp. No. No. Our own Slug killed us. That's unfortunate. Ooh. Yikes. Oh well, that was fun. We almost stabilized, I think. I wanted to get him out so that we could have the counter in Kimball. So if he played Kimball, he would have the counter, and we just start going from there. Maybe I needed to bounce with Ash Shock rather than giving a creature. Maybe I need to minus the one that down ticked me. I don't know. All right, here we go. Game number 2 with our Slugadactle deck into Ral Zarek. Interesting. I think this is 4-drop Ral. This could be a combo list. There's a lot of blue, but Cold Start gives black mana, and I think we'll be able to draw into it, so I'm down to try. Perfect. I'll still pick black here so we got double black up. Mindstone's not what we want to see, but Hullbreaker Horror is actually really good in this matchup, weirdly enough. Each our opponent puts on 4 now if they want to go for the Ral. Because we do get to Midnight Clock, keep Counterspell up. Or we can Teferi here. I think we Midnight Clock, keep Counterspell up right now. It gives us ramping for this Hullbreaker Horror, which is going to be pretty gross into them. All things considered. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're 2 turns away from that potentially. And then next we can Teferi with the Counterspell up. And we have Hero's Downfall Hullbreaker to like deal with stuff from there. Unless we get comboed out early. I think we've got the Counterspell to keep things from copying each other, so we can't just get the full counter kill. Okay. Interesting. Gotta keep him blue. Because getting this Teferi is going to be really good for us, I think, at this point in the game. He's going to have a hard time dealing with this Hullbreaker Horror. We want to buy out counters, I think, here. And we're super on board for this at this point. That's 2 cards out of his hand for 2 damage, like, for just a Teferi. I am super on board for that at this point. Since we're going to get a restock with a Midnight Clock in a couple turns. Our opponent is getting to Scry, but, We also could get a lot of draw off this one, too. So he does. Or he could have the actual combo kill. Oh. Well, that's okay. Wishing I had a, it's 2 turns. That really kind of isn't great for us. But it doesn't mean he's going to win the game. That's kind of cool. I didn't actually think about putting some of the extra turn spells in here to copy. It's pretty neat. Scrying will let him potentially hit more targets. We do need to hit a land, it looks like, pretty badly, though. Yeah, a land will really kind of help us go off here. If not, I think we have to Hero's Downfall to Ral during his upkeep. I don't know. Okay. Seems like they're pretty mediocre turns so far. He hasn't even played a land. I really like how this Ral's costed. The Scry 1 into the copy is really cool. I guess it does like potentially kick or whatever. Cool. He's trying to burn me out. Good to know. That's 8 damage. So, land off the top. Lando. Close enough. Go ahead and kill this. Make him spin the counter if he has it. Cool. I mean, maybe cool. I don't know. Maybe we should have waited. He still doesn't have enough to do much with that 6 mana if he draws a land this turn, but... We're dealing with him slowly. He kept the land on... He kept where he drew. Hullbreaker Horror. And we can start bouncing around at that point, I think. Ooh, he drew into his land finally. Okay. We might get burned out here. It's gonna be close. I don't know, this game's like really all over the place. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just Hullbreaker now, I feel. That's 3 damage, we're down to 8. Yeah, so we kinda had to do it now. Oof. Loss of damage. Down to 5. Might just hit Hullbreaker Hoarder out instead of bouncing it. Bounce the Mind Stone, maybe? Yeah, we're gonna do that. Oh, okay. Our opponent's like, oh, they can control it out from here. I actually don't know if we had that, but cool. We had a win. Game number 3 against Last Human playing Keenan. That's pretty cool. Not Keenan. Oh my god. Killian, the Ink Duelist. That's exciting. Yeah, it seems like a pretty cool hand. We have the turn 4 Teferi to dig. So we'll start here. And hold this one song up turn 1. Paladin's never something I want to see, but you're gonna see it sometimes. So they could be going an aggro list. Not entirely sold just yet, but they didn't play Killian, which means they probably had a removal. Oh, they want to get treasure. Okay. I love popularizing this guy to get treasure. He's such a good ramp piece, honestly, in black. Like, you don't have a lot of options, but like even just treasure ramp is so good. I want to probably get this Immortal Sun out fairly quickly, I feel. Start getting advantage. Probably quicker than anything else. Okay. So we're going to Teferi. We're going to uptick.
If I don't have a plan, I'll just make one of ideas, like seconds are fleeting.
Get rid of Cling to Dust. Evolving Wilds pass. I'd like to have that mana open. I was really hoping I'd draw into like a blue source to keep this one song open. Because he's probably going to enchant something potentially. It could be removal based though. We'll have to see. Interesting. So we're actually... We could get rid of... Yeah, we're going to do that. Because he's going to kill him either way with 5. We'll go ahead and phase him out now so the Gauntlets goes in the graveyard. Gauntlets is involved in a couple different combos, so like it's just the right call, I think. We'll grab a blue here.
Could have gone worse.
We'll get out Immortal Sun. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I'll grab blue. A little snow blue over here. Let's start here. Just making our spells cheaper is just really good. Our opponent could have removal for it, which would be not great, but we're already in an okay spot. And this makes all of our Tome of the Infinite things just free. No, I don't think it does, actually. This requires a mana of a color, I believe. We'd like to get a board wipe here, I think. Dang. That's unfortunate. Okay, so landing a Toxtrol might be okay here. Ooh, draw maybe, plus a block. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Trigger to the silencer, I think, is the play. Fortunately, I don't know. That'll be a very interesting one. I know Cling to Dust isn't like the best target, but it'll let us draw potentially or gain life. I think we're gonna draw. Gives us a blocker unless he does something about it. Or makes him use his treasure to give Death Touch. Wait. Oh, if it's a creature, you gain life. Whoopsies. Distractible. Ooh. Flare of Faith is really cool with Killian, actually. Womp womp. Oh man. Misplays for days with this deck. You can really tell this is not a deck archetype I play very often. I think I have to Haggard Mauling face down this turn. Whoa. Alrighty then. Wait, killing a 2/2. Fair enough. He's attacking our mana, which is really smart of him, honestly. It's really frustrating, actually. Yeah, I mean, I like to get any of these, so it all works out. Good news is the clock he has on this isn't like terribly fast. Fair. Get that card, buddy. We'll end turn, I think, here. I don't want to risk this getting blocked into. I need these to all become vanilla creatures. So our opponent drew into answers at this point. We untap. I think we're in a really good spot. Okay. I think we're in a good spot. We got 3. Oh, we just get 1, I think, actually. Oh, no, we get 3. Yeah. Slugadactle! Slugstronaut. Okay. We are in, unfortunately, a bad way, but... Jackson, yeah, I can make my own slugs into 2/2s. Okay, got Tome. Well, Tome no longer answers the card I needed to answer, so that sucks, but... Hey! We managed to go ahead and get a nice win off that one. Our opponent doesn't draw a lot of ways to close the game after spending a lot to exile our mana, which I feel like was not the play. But we definitely get there via the Sledge Monster Tox Roller interaction, so that was really cool to get to see that in action. That's pretty neat. Game number 4 with our Slugfest over here into our 3rd white-black deck. That's so interesting. Like, I'm kind of I'm kind of memeing on it being interesting, but I'm kind of not. Okay, so I think we Guardian Idol into Eye of Vecna Hawken. Hawk. Yeah. Let's play. We lose a lot. I don't like the idea of losing 5 life to our own stuff, but... We gotta dig. That's really good, actually. Ooh, this is so good. Yep. Yep. We'll pay. Okay. Tree's afterlife. I don't mind. Whatever. I need to take a peek at that hand. Okay, so he's like digging for a land, I think. I'm weird enough thinking about popping Lilith underneath him. Depending if he taps out here. We're gonna do this anyways. I think we just get rid of the midnight clock here. Yeah. Dang. I will decline to pay. Probably take removal out of their hand. Yeah, bye, Soren. Bye, buddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
You reek with terror. Exquisite. Aren't I the generous one?
I guess, technically. Okay, so he just doesn't draw mana? Like, yeah, he has mana. I don't know, he just didn't want to play it out. But we managed to get there. The controlling strategy this time is what pays off. So that's a pretty unique game. We're seeing that like the different win cons kind of pop out. Game number 5. Slugs versus frogs. Let's go. Heaven or hell. Let's fight. Slugs are better. 100%. We have to prove this for slugs everywhere. Unfortunately, this is going to be a really tough match. I have a feeling already. If we get a 3rd land, this is really good. Let's risk it for the biscuit, right? Like, our opponent goes first. We're on the draw. Heirloom seems really good in his graveyard shenanigans, potentially, and so is Relic. Like, Honored Heirloom might be one of my favorite cards out of the new set. A Mana Rock that gives you graveyard hate is pretty nice. Like, it's not cheap graveyard hate, but you can just slot it in pretty much anywhere in the deck. Okay, well... The, 43 effective lands. Not drawing any is pretty great. Or 42? 42. 43? 43. We have like just under 50% chance to draw. Ooh, okay. Could we heirloom first, potentially leaving this to go bigger? Okay, bog for free is nice. Interesting play. So let's ramp. I think we're going to go ahead and probably take this Once Upon a Time for right now, just to draw, try to hit that next land. Because then we could, either way, we can recycle the Relic, hold it up the, interesting. So he has another tap land, or he has to use the Lotus Field? Yeah. So hit a land, actually. Hit the bog, I think. Yeah. Perfect. 5. 3, 4, 5. So we could... 3, 4, 5. Could play 2 lands, but it doesn't matter. I'm trying to think what we want to do here. We're gonna Extinction Event, actually. I want to Extinction Event the Gitrick monster rather than just counter him right out. Because he doesn't seem like he has many lands in hand. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Scare him a sec. Ooh, commit's really good. That's so unfortunate I don't have a land to like keep open the tail's end. Go for card draw first. No card draw. I think we need blue. Doesn't matter. Go black. So now we will counter based on his like hand. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 mana, huh? I don't know if I want to take 5 damage. I'm thinking about it. No, I don't think it's worth taking the 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he does. Frogs v Slugs. Could always Toxroll, gets rid of his Paradise Druid too. I don't hate that idea. Give me a Slug to potentially block the Gitrog monster. No, I think I want to take that Immortal Sun out first to have like the commit and stuff. Just the more expensive we keep the Gitrog monster, the better. And the longer we keep him off the battlefield. Decline. Put that tapped. And pass the turn. Get our mana up. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 potentially. Okay. Ooh. So let's commit. Hmm. 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go ahead and kill Paradise Druid with Toxroll at this point. That's a ballsy pick, man. Like, yes, I will 100% just get rid of your commander. I don't mind hitting him with the oops. I want to hit him with the oops, but I'm not going to hit him with the oops. Oh no. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. We have Fill of the Dead too. This is great. We're feeling real good. Okay. I'm a little less hype. My stuff's a little more expensive now. Alright, we will decline. Gonna Field of the Dead. We're gonna Maze Mine Tome. We'll still have 1 open. Yeah, let's do this. Get a kill spell out. We have the Agadeems now, so we're gonna hold on to it as long as we can. Interesting. Doesn't cast it. We got rid of Gitrog, which is already huge. You know, we're showing off the Slug power. Yeah, we're fine with that. We're going to avoid drawing this turn. I think I'll start drawing next turn, though. What's he waiting for? I'm very confused. Maybe he's roping us because he didn't think about shuffling his Gitrog monster away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, we'll pay. We'll do this. We have Tome triggers now. Well, actually, that Tome will probably use Maze Mind Tome instead. Since we have 2 mana exactly. Kill the Druid. Get a Slug. Slugadactle. Okay. Interesting call. Okay. we do show the power of Slugs v Frogs. So we now know Gitrog monster ain't nothing. Toxrill the Corrosive is the new hotness. That's a bumper. That's such a, I'm gonna put that at the beginning. That's the bumper to lead into this. 100%. Game 5. That was feeling pretty good. What's crazy games, to be honest. Like, I did not see this deck going with this kind of record when I first put it together. I thought it was going to be a much worse deck. So I do feel like it overperformed a little bit. But I do think with this series of games, we should have had the 5-0. It's totally my fault for misplaying. I should have bounced the Bash Remembrance to hand to negate that 1 damage. I totally didn't think about Massacre being a problem. And yeah, that's 100% on me. Because if we do that, Massacre only does 1, and then we can able to control out the board from there and get the win, I think. Or we need to have, we need to be able to untap and have a way to answer it before the trigger goes on the stack. Either way, Toxrill did some fantastic work. I was very happy. Sure, there's a few things I would probably change if I built the deck again. I might lean a little bit more to some of the controlling options. Maybe a few more board wipes, as we saw, could be really valuable. Really loved the matchups, though. It was very fun. And we got to see both the controlling side win when we were playing into that game against Teysa, as well as we got to see a game in our game 3 where we kind of got there with some of the actual Toxrill abilities with these slime counters. That was kind of fun to see that we went 2 different routes. And I really actually even liked our game number 5. That one felt very earned, in my opinion, for being able to stabilize that out too. So first, let's go over what we're doing. So we're going to be doing the Litmus test. And so what that is we take a 5-game series to see how bright your deck's future is. And then we go ahead and see how many games we won. So boom. Awesome. This deck is brilliant. So its future is looking pretty brilliant. I think this deck has a lot of tuning that can be done. Toxrill's a lot better of a bomb than I thought he would be. He immediately makes your opponent have to be very worried about any small creatures. Like, he immediately takes down utility creatures, things like that, which is very fun, in my opinion. It makes him very threatening. Yes, he'll probably be better in Commander, but even in a 1v1 format, I think he's at least a good, maybe B-tier Commander. And as you saw, I don't think we went against any A-tier type stuff. It brought our overall rating down pretty low, and that always leads to some really diverse gameplay, in my opinion. So, yeah, I would recommend this deck. Play it out, do what you can with it. I think the only cards that are must-puts in the deck are going to be the 2 slime counters. Their synergy is just too good to pass up. And so I think it's just you're shooting yourself in the foot if you don't have both of them in there. Yeah, so that's the deck, guys. I appreciate showing up. So, just stay tuned. Here in just a second, I'm going to go over our options going forward. So, just stay tuned. Okay, so what we're going to do is you can see here now that we have 20 new commanders. I have already picked out Tauren's Fist of the Angels is the next one I'm doing. I've built the deck. I'm going to try to film it later today or this weekend. But what I want you, over the course of this next video, in the comments below, or you can tweet at me, you can put in the Discord, you can do whatever method you want to reach me. I would like you to tell me which of the new commanders interests you the most in me building. And whoever has the most votes, I will do. And we will kind of keep a track of these. And if I get a lot of interest in several of them, that'll be the order I go in. I'll go straight down the order. And I should start doing this at the beginning of each set to kind of build what I think that you, my community, want me to build. So right now, we are just releasing Toxrill. Then we're doing Torrens Fist of the Angels. And then it's whatever you guys want. Personally, I know I'm excited for Helena and Elena. Olivia Crimson Bride comes to mind. I just have like a great idea for a Henrika Damnathi deck, just off like lore. But I am willing to do what you, the viewer, want me to do. So please leave a comment on the video. Tweet at me, drop a comment in the Discord, whisper to me on Twitter or Twitch, even however you want to get a hold of me. I will keep track of the votes, and that is what we're going to do. At the end of the next video, which at the end of Torrens, I'm going to announce the order we're going to be doing things in and going from there. And if you have a specific deck type you want me to do with them, like say you wanted me to build Geralt Defenders or whatever, I'll even take that. That'll count as a vote. It'll give me some ideas. I can't guarantee I'll do it based on like how bad or good I think the idea is. But if there's a lot of interest in like a very specific idea, I'm not going to be like, no, darn. Yeah, so again, just please vote on any of these commanders. Let me know. In the future, going forward for the next set, I'll try to create a poll in the last video before the new set launches, so I can actually start having these backed up and lined up for that. So again, just let me know on that, and that is what we're gonna do. So next video is gonna be Torrens Fist of the Angels. I'm very excited. I have not decided if I'm going to, for gameplay purposes, show the really good list of Torrens or my thematic list of Torrens. It's like almost all cards from Innistrad, which is they're both still pretty strong. And then I'll make the other one like a secret list, kind of like we had for Liesa, because we built this on stream and it was a lot of fun. As for what we're doing for our 50 subscriber kind of celebration, unfortunately, I need to wait until we finish moving to do anything too crazy like I wanted to do. Just all my ideas just don't work in the current space I'm in, and then the current, where I'm at with finals, things like that. So instead, for my 50 subscriber giveaway, not giveaway, sorry, celebration, we are, well, and I guess also giveaway, I'm going to be doing a video talking about myself a little bit, kind of like a vlog, just like a vlog, kind of talking about what it means to be 50 subscribers, and then doing a thing where we're going to do a quick on the comments. One person who comments on it will then get to be involved in a deck dash. So I'll let somebody who's in the comment section play a deck dash with me at random, and that'll kind of be the giveaway. And when we hit 100, I'm going to try to do something like an actual gift card giveaway or something like that, which I'm very excited for too, to get there, because I think we will be able to get there in the next couple of sets. It's all about that slow growth. I'm all about it. But thanks for watching, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Videos like this are really fun to make. And I love getting to brainstorm all this stuff with people on stream and off stream. So thank you for watching. And as always, be radiant. We're gonna redo that. We're just gonna move over to our. We're gonna end it like this all the time. We're not working creating an outro video at some point, but we'll deal with that later. As always, be radiant.